Hi everyone, I'm James Katsouris, and SportsEh is here on this sunny Sunday afternoon at Birchmount Stadium to take in some OVFL action between the Metro Toronto Wildcats and the Cumberland Panthers. We're going to interview some coaches and some players, so let's get right to it.
I spoke to the team. I said, let's have a perfect second half to the season. We're 2-0. We're down a few players today, but I think we can pull this one out today and win our last game too. So.
Well, heading into today, you're facing a Cumberland Panther team that hasn't had a great season thus far, 0-6, but it's a dangerous trap game. What are your expectations for the game, and what do you tell your players?
What I tell our players is we have to stay focused on our goals of trying to have a perfect second half of the season. This game means everything to us, and it essentially means nothing to them. And when you're playing a team who I think is a good football team with a poor record, I mean, they can move the ball on offense. They're playing with no pressure whatsoever. That becomes a very dangerous team. They might go for it on fourth down. They might fake punt. They may do some unusual things in their game. I mean, why not?
I'm here with head coach Scott Westlake of the Cumberland Panthers, the varsity team. And coach, last year you guys had a terrific season. You went 7-3. This year hasn't been as good as the last year. What are your thoughts on how the season has unfolded so far?
Well, anytime you're stuck with a record of 0-6, there's a lot of there's a lot of what ifs. We started out with high hopes for the season. We thought we had a very talented roster. We still have a lot of talent on our roster, but it's been a culmination of things. We've been in on most of our games, but mistakes have hurt us, bad penalties, inopportune things. So we just haven't been able to build any consistent momentum this year, which is unfortunate. But the kids are really working hard as they possibly can to get us where we need to be, and the consistent message on our end has been, on any given day we can beat any opponent we've had this year. We just haven't had the chance to do that. So today's no different. We think this is a Metro Toronto team that has a lot of talent, but we execute and we play with the heart that I know these kids have. I think any game's our chance. We have a chance in any game, so we're going into it this year, today for sure.
You guys were victorious today. You had a great game. Give me your thoughts on the game and why you think you were able to be so effective on offense.
Really? I'm running back and I'm running behind O-lines, and old lines had good blocking, especially on that 100-yard. They blocked well for me. Receivers did a great job. Us and myself trying to block for me. So yeah, I think the game we started up really slow, but we picked up and yeah.
Well, you guys are now sitting at 7-0. You've already matched your win total from last season when you were 7-3. You're sitting in first place. You guys are on the top of the hill right now. How do you feel the season's gone so far, and what are your expectations for the rest of the season?
You know what? I think it's been obviously based on the record, it's been a good season. But I think we don't really judge our record by the wins and losses. We judge it by how far our kids have come. And from week 1 to where we are now, we're continually making progress, which is great. A lot of deficiencies that we saw in our team in week 1, we've addressed and corrected, which is good as well. And we're looking pretty good right now. I know for us as coaching staff, our goal was to try and get a first round bye in the playoffs, because anytime a team's got to come up from Ottawa and play us from anywhere in the province, it's a long trip. It's a bit of a nightmare for them, so that was our goal, and we've been able to match our goal, which has been great.
Drew, you had a fantastic game. You had that huge touchdown pass to Curly Gittens in the second quarter. How were you able to be so effective today on offense?
We came out with a game plan that we were going to execute these plays, and they just gave us what we wanted to see, so we executed and took advantage of the defense.
Brett, that was a fantastic game on your part. You had 4 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. You were making perfect plays throughout. How were you able to establish yourself? How were you able to be so effective?
Well, we come out every game and we want to dictate how the game goes. We want to do everything we want, everything we work on in practice. We game plan for each team, but we want to come out here and dictate it, and that's what we did today. And we could run our whole offense. I had a pick, pretty bad pick at a pretty bad time, but we rebounded and we did what we needed to do. We got the W.
How were you able to be so effective on offense?
I feel it's just doing whatever coach is telling me, just playing my role in the offense and doing what I can to help and everything.
Well, our defense, it usually takes time for us to warm up a little, and then once we're warm, we actually buckle down and we get our assignments done. And it really helps us, because towards the end, the offense helps out a lot by getting a lot of points, and then we just stop the other team from scoring, and it usually works out for us when we get the W.
How are you able to to pick yourself up and just keep going forward when you're faced with these tough defeats?
No, it is getting tough to lose every week, but every week we're improving, especially as an offensive unit. So that's kind of how we keep going, because we're going to keep improving every week, and we know that. So we just want to keep making those improvements, because we know we're going to score more and more points every week.
Heading into next week against Markham, what is your mindset and what is the team mindset?
We want to win. We want to win very bad. We want to end the season on a high note. It hasn't been a good season, and a win would really let us know that it wasn't such a bad season and that there's a brighter future.
Have you given any consideration to where you want to go to university next year to play football?
I'm going into grade 12 next year, so another year. So I really want to go to Acadia, but my mom wants me to stay at home at Ottawa U. I'm kind of a mama's boy. So.
Well, they got a pretty good school there too, so you never know.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks so much for your time. You had a great game. Good luck next week, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much.